probably know what this is in the middle of the field. This is, of course, Comet SWAN. I believe it's 2020 C/20 was a C/3 2025 R2, and in parentheses SWAN is probably its gifted name. We're looking at it. It didn't take much of a search to find it this evening. I went online to theskylive.com, got some initial coordinates, and then went to those coordinates and did a search of about 80 arc minutes in all different directions, saw a faint glow, and determined that it looked pretty much like what I had seen last night initially at about a 0.5 second exposure using ASI image. This is ASI Live. We're doing stacking at 10-second intervals. The position the initial position was established at 4 o'clock this afternoon. It's now 7:16, so it was 3 hours and 16 minutes late. This is a fast mover. Initially, I started off at right ascension 1937 4.3 with a declination of minus 1053.9. The comet's supposed to be magnitude 5.7, located in Aquila. It's supposed to be moving at 7.9 miles per second. Now that's my conversion from 41.9 kilometers per second. Seems very fast to me. It's 151 million kilometers from the sun, which is about 100 million miles. It is about 40,000 kilometers from the Earth, about 27 million miles. Its perihelion occurred with the sun on 12 September 25. Much of this I've given out before. I found it at 5-second intervals. It was at 19 hours, 34 minutes, 34 seconds. So it is progressing to the east like most planetary bodies. We're also at minus 10 degrees, 55 minutes and 38 seconds. That is the value I have using my Gemini 2, which is not going to give the most precise setting because there's lots of variation going from north to south and sometimes east to west. This is just going to be a kickoff view for the evening for the NGC 7700-7799 series, but I thought I would share it once again. So let's go ahead and push the magnification up. I did some evaluation mathematically on it the other day, and I added that in the notes for the last view, seeking out the comet. We can already see that it is in motion. The stars are looking pretty round. We've got like 4 or 5 stacks of 10 seconds each. This baby is moving from this direction. It's hard to tell because I'm looking west. I would assume this is north-south. And this is west-east, but I'd have to confirm that. Brilliantly colored comet, no sense of a tail. There is a bit extension going out. I did some mathematics on the comment page, and maybe I'll include that as commentary in the notes here. But I am about ready to move along to the NGC 7700-7799 series for the evening. Adios to Swan. May you fly free. May you find watering pools where necessary and little fishies to help reinforce your nutritional fortitude. Okay, so briefly, this is the way Comet SWAN looks before you get multiple stacks and it moves on. Adios, mi amigo. Ooh, it's got a bit darker over here and brighter there. That's fascinating. Maybe suggestive of a tail. Well, my alignments are off tonight. Something obviously got disturbed, but I do believe this is our study galaxy right here. I had centered up Messier 31 and added it in my model, and now we're some 10 arc minutes north of that. There's another galaxy located right here. The one we're looking for is this edge-on galaxy. It's NGC 7700, a galaxy in Pisces, magnitude 14.5, 2 by 0.4 arc minutes. Spiral with a lowercase a, so it has a fairly bright core, 233 million light years distant, right ascension 23/24/20 with a declination of minus 2 degrees, 57 minutes, 13 seconds. I'll read on. Maybe we'll pick out a few along the way. 7701 is another galaxy in Pisces, magnitude 14. 7703 is a 13.5, wow, this looks good. 13.4 edge-on galaxy in Pegasus. Let's go there next. If I can get my mouse to move. Okay, it's now 7:34. We've moved on to our next NGC study in the series, and it's located pretty much where the last one is. NGC 7703, a galaxy in Pegasus. Centering it up. Magnitude 13.4, 2.2 by 0.4 arc minutes. We can see the extensions, very bright core, so it's a pretty mature galaxy. In fact, it's a lenticular at 182 million light years, about 100,000 light years in diameter. RA 233446 with a declination of plus 16 degrees, 4 minutes, 31 seconds. Reading on as we continue to see this one stack. 04 is a galaxy in Pisces, about the same brightness, lenticular, pretty face on. 05 is a 15.54 magnitude galaxy in Pisces, but we'll push on because, yeah, it is pretty close to sky dark. There's a little bit of color left in the sky. 06 is a 13.2 magnitude galaxy in Pisces. I'd like to get something around 12, less than 13. 07 is a galaxy in Andromeda, 13.4. There's an open cluster in Cepheus, too far north. There's a galaxy in Aquarius, too far south. Otherwise, it was very interesting, a spiral with a bar and a lenticular type. 7710 is a 15th magnitude galaxy in Pisces. 11 is a 12.1 magnitude galaxy in Pegasus, 2-to-1 aspect ratio. Let's have a look. Okay, right where we expect to see it is NGC 7711, a galaxy in Pegasus, magnitude 12.1, 2.6 by 1.3 arc minute, lenticular spiral scene. Somewhat oblate, 184 million light years distant, maybe 100,000 light years in diameter. It's a right ascension 23, 35, 39 with a declination of plus 15 degrees, 18 minutes and 4 seconds. Continue to, I'm going to push the mag up a little bit on this. We're operating at 90. Let's go to 150. As I talk through this, the stars are looking pretty good. Must have done a reasonable job on the focus, and there's some decent sky stability. 12 is a galaxy in Pegasus, also in the 12th magnitude, but smallish. 13 is a galaxy in Sculptor, a little too far south. Nice galaxy, though, 11.2 magnitude. I'm not going there with minus 37 degrees. 13A is associated with that. There's a galaxy in Pisces, 13th magnitude or thereabouts. 14.2 galaxy in Pisces, very large for a 14th magnitude galaxy. Let's have a look. Fascinating. Kind of hard to pick this one out. Oh yeah, there it might be. NGC 7715 is a galaxy in Pisces, magnitude 14.2, 2.7 by 0.4. It's an irregular galaxy, 120 million light years distant. Let's center it up a little better. It's obviously associated with something that looks like it's either a lenticular or an elliptical galaxy. This one's kind of faintish, isn't it? Wow. Very surprising. As I said, it's an irregular 120 million light years distant, maybe 75,000 light years in diameter, very near a very bright star. That's probably a 3rd or 4th magnitude. RA 233621 with a declination of plus 2 degrees, 9 minutes and 23 seconds. We'll allow this one to develop some stacks. Hopefully it is stacking. It's saying 6, none ignored with a 70-second total exposure time. 16 is a galaxy in Pisces, 12.1. I'm going to go ahead and skip that for the time being. 17 is a 13th magnitude galaxy in Aquarius. 18 is a galaxy in Pegasus, magnitude 14. It's got peculiarities. 19 is a 15th magnitude galaxy in Aquarius, but very far south, almost 23 degrees. There's a 12.4 elliptical galaxy in Pegasus. Nice sky position, but it's an elliptical. It'll look like a globular cluster. There's a galaxy in Aquarius, magnitude 11.6, and not too far south. Okay, here we have our large faintish view, well spread out, average surface brightness galaxy, NGC 7721 in Aquarius. Magnitude 11.6, 3.1 by 1.2, so it's probably got an average surface brightness of about 13. 91 million light years distance. The Class C you can tell because it doesn't have a very bright core. Right ascension 233848 with a declination of -6 degrees, 31 minutes, 5 seconds. The histogram's been pretty consistent. It's a little bit brighter down there than I would like. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on this sweetie and let you observe it as I recount the next ones in the series. 22 is a galaxy in Pegasus, quite nice, 12.4. There's a 23 is at 11.2 magnitude, but fairly far south in Aquarius. We could probably use this one to check how well the seeing is further south. So let's move on to NGC 7723. Here we have our view of NGC 7723. Centering it up a bit, things are tending to drift a little bit to the east here. I may end up playing with the mechanicals just a little bit on that right ascension, but it could of course screw everything up, but I'll mess around with it tomorrow. NGC 7723 in Aquarius, magnitude 11.2, fairly large, 3.5 by 2.2. Spiral with a bar, capital B and a lowercase b, does have a sense of a core. 84 million light years distant, maybe 60,000 light years in diameter. RA 233856, a southerly declination of -12, 5739. Not a bad look. I may go as deep south as -20 if we get a shot. Okay, moving on. 24 is a galaxy in Aquarius. That's my magnitude 13. 25 is a galaxy in Aquarius, 14.5. I may want to push the upper limit, but I want to do it in the sky's middle thirds. 26 is a galaxy in Pegasus, 14.2 lenticular. 27 is a galaxy in Aquarius, -12, 10.6 arc minutes. Magnitude. Let's have a look at that one. As you can see, we're getting some shading from a street light on the screen as we look at NGC 7727. I'll put it in a darker area. Galaxy in Aquarius, 10.6 mag, 4.7 by 4.1. This one's probably around 14th magnitude average surface brightness. It's a spiral with a capital B, 2 spiral arms, a lowercase a, so a brightish core, but it's got peculiarity. 79 million light years distant, puts it about 90,000 light years in diameter. About the size of our own Milky Way, but we're a less evolved galaxy in terms of type. Right ascension is 233953 with a declination of -271735. I'm going to allow it to stacks. 28 is a galaxy in Pegasus, 13.1. It's an elliptical. 29 is a galaxy in Pegasus, 13.5. It's a 3-to-1 access rate at 3-to-1 ratio. So we're going to go and look at that one because it's further north and we'll get a chance to see the background sky. Okay, I just noticed we got high thin clouds. There's a little bit of luminosity in the sky, except for directly overhead, but I'm sure there's high thin clouds there as well. We are looking at a nice edgy-on galaxy, NGC 7729 in Pegasus, magnitude 13.5, 3-to-1, aspect ratio 1.8 to 0.6, spiral with a capital B, 2 spiral arms, lowercase a, so a brightish core. 238 million light years distant means about 110,000 light years in diameter with a right ascension of 234033 and a declination of +29 degrees, 11 minutes, 16 seconds. Pushing on, 30 is a galaxy in Aquarius, magnitude 14.8, pretty distant, 418 million light years. 31 is a galaxy in Pisces, 13.5. 32 is a galaxy in Pisces, 13.8, with a nice 2 to 3-to-1 aspect ratio, but we've seen some like that. 35 is a 13.6 elliptical in Pegasus, quite distant, 429 million light years. 36 is a galaxy in Aquarius, 12.9, 1.6, pretty much face-on lenticular, 200 million light years. 7737 is a galaxy in Pegasus, 13.8, 0.9 by 0.4, 339 million light years. 38 is a galaxy in Pisces, 14.4, kind of a football shape. 39 is a galaxy in Pisces, 15.1, and I would ordinarily go for it, but I think we're going to go for something of that faint overhead with the high thin clouds. 40 is a galaxy in Pegasus. Oh, 15.6 would be a nice lure, but it's at plus 27 degrees, so a magnitude 15.6. It looks like it's a lenticular, so it'll be more along the lines of 14.5. Okay, I promised you NGC 7740, and I think the scope has delivered. Fairly faint galaxy, although it seems to be present on the screen. Remember I said it was probably magnitude 14.5. It's NGC 7740 in Pegasus, magnitude 15.6 photographic, 0.8 by 0.5 arc minute, lenticular spiral, 347 million light years distant, maybe 80,000 light years in diameter, RA 234332, declination plus 27, 1846. Let's get some stacks. 41 is another galaxy in Pegasus, but nice and bright. We've got to go there. It should be nearby, from what I can tell initially. Okay, we're getting a nice view of NGC 7741. Boy, a nice east-west slice in the sky. Galaxy Pegasus, 11.3 mag, 4.5 by 2.9, spiral with a bar and lowercase c. So once again, that means it doesn't have a very bright core, but it's only got 2 spiral arms. A mere 39 million light years distant, puts it at about 50,000 light years in diameter with a RA 234354, deck plus 260432. Moving on. 42 is a galaxy in Pegasus, also quite bright, but it's face on. We might want to see if we can make out some spiral arms on this evening. I'll push the magnification on that one. Okay, we do have a nice bright galaxy here, NGC 7742. Let's push the mag a little bit, see if we can make out any spiralicity. It's a galaxy in Pegasus, magnitude 11.6, 1.8 by 1.7 arc minutes. It's a spiral with a bar, 73 million light years distant. I'm going to reinitialize the stack on this one. We're getting some distension. We're at right ascension 2344.15 and declination plus 10 degrees 46 minutes, no seconds. I'll push the magnification up just a wee bit. The stars are looking pretty fair, aren't they? Okay. Oh, it looks like there's some brightening in this extension off to the eastern section. Once again, magnitude 11.6, 1.8 by 1.7, spiral with a lowercase b, 73 million light years distant. Pretty small, maybe 40,000 light years, RA 2344.15, declination plus 10, 46, 0. Let's get some stacks on this. 43 is a galaxy in Pegasus, magnitude 11.5. Okay, we've seen some of those. This is pretty much face on with no annularity. 45 is a galaxy in Pegasus, pretty high up, 15.2, just listed as a spiral, very distant, 767 million light years. Let's have a look at that one. Okay, here we have NGC 7745, and it isn't this sweetie over here. It's going to be this one right here. And I selected it because it's very distant. Galaxy in Pegasus, magnitude 15.2, just listed as a spiral, so it'll be very interesting to find out what the BV delta is. That'll be hints at what kind of galaxy it really is. 767 million light years puts this one at about 160,000 light years in diameter. RA 2344.45 with a declination of plus 25 degrees, 54 minutes, 30 seconds. 46 is a galaxy in Pisces, 13.1. 47 is a galaxy in Pegasus, 13.6. 48 is a star in Cepheus. 49 is a galaxy in Sculptor, 12.8. Nice view if you can get that. 50 is a galaxy in Pisces, 12.9. 51 is a galaxy in Pisces, 12.8. 52 is a galaxy in Pegasus, 14.3. 53 is a galaxy in Pegasus, magnitude 12. 54 is a galaxy in Aquarius, magnitude 15. 55 is a galaxy, once again, in Sculptor, brightish, largish, 11.9, 3.8 by 2.8. It is deep south. I would almost be willing to go there just to test things out, but I think the apple tree would block it. These studies are not culminating at this time. 56 is a galaxy in Pisces, magnitude 14. 57 is a galaxy in Pisces, 12.7, but we've seen a number of those. 58 is a galaxy in Aquarius, 14.4. 59 is a galaxy in Aquarius, magnitude 14. 60 is a galaxy in Pegasus, 13.4. Interesting, it's 1 by 1 arc-minute elliptical. Let's have a view just to get a sense of a 13.4 magnitude galaxy whose absolute brightness, average surface brightness, is the same as its cumulative. Okay, here we have our initial view of NGC 7760, a galaxy in Pegasus. You know where to look for. It's going to be somewhere up here. Looks like it's quite close to this star, and it needs lots of magnification. Let's go just to 150x, 50% e-zoom. It's magnitude 13.4, an elliptical 1 by 1 arc minutes, 221 million light years distant, maybe 75,000 light years in diameter, RA 234911 with a declination of plus 30 degrees, 58 minutes, 58 seconds. No issues with obstruction on the part of a roof try. Let's push on. 61 is a galaxy in Aquarius, magnitude 14. 62 is an open cluster in Cepheus, too far north. 63 is a galaxy in Aquarius, faint and too far south. 65 is a galaxy in Pegasus. It has a ring, but it's magnitude 14.7, 0.7 by 0.7 arc minutes. Let's have a look at it anyway. Okay, we're now at NGC 7765. It's probably one of these two, combined a star and a galaxy right there. There are several other galaxies available. We can pick it out by knowing that it is 0.7 by 0.7 arc minutes, magnitude 14.5. Should have an annularity. We're getting pretty sharp views tonight. I do get a sense of the annularity on this one. Let's push it up to 100% e-zoom, which makes it pretty much uglifies it. But it does brighten it up considerably. Go back to our full resolution potential of 240x. Oh, another nice edge-on galaxy there. We probably captured that. That's to the south, and that's our 0.8 arcsecond resolution with pixels. As I say, 100% e-zoom is where all the pixels are feeding in, brightening the image. 80% is resolution potential of a 6-inch scope. 50% is about as high as we usually go and get decent views if the focus is good. And 30% combines both brightness and good-looking aesthetics in stars. All right, let's push on now. 66, a galaxy in Pegasus, quite faint, but I'm not going to go there. 67 is a 13.5 magnitude galaxy, and ooh, it's very nice, 5:1 aspect ratio. I think we should go to NGC 7767 next. Well, that was a hop without a skip and a jump. Okay, that was that neighboring galaxy. It's kind of edgy on. Magnitude 13.5, 1 by 0.2 arc minutes. That doesn't look bright enough to be maybe there's clouds. 13.5 magnitude galaxy. Spiral with a lowercase a. Well, let's check it out. It does look like it has a bright core with extensions. 358 million light years distant, so it's about the size of our own Milky Way, maybe 100,000 light years in diameter. RA 235056 with a declination of plus 27,512. Merrily skipping along. 68 is a galaxy in Pegasus, 12.3, but it's an elliptical. 69 is a galaxy in Pegasus. It's a face-on, magnitude 12. I'm not sure I want to go there. It didn't seem to specify the type. Galaxy 70 is a galaxy in Pegasus, 13.8. 71 is a galaxy in Pegasus, 12.3, 2:1 aspect ratio. Let's move on. Open cluster in Pegasus. Yes, we should see this one. It's a class Roman letter 3-1, so it's going to be very hard to pick out to see whether or not, but it is variation from galaxies of the evening. Are you having any trouble finding this open cluster in the field? Not me. 7772 in Pegasus, 2 arc minutes in size, so very small. It's a class 3, which means it's supposed to be hard to distinguish from background and foreground stars, but I don't think so. It's also a numerical 1, which means most of its stars are the same magnitude. Pushing it up just a little bit, good views. It's at 4,900 light years distant. Right ascension 235145 with a declination of plus 16, 1454. Pushing on, 73 is a galaxy in Pegasus, 13.4, face on. 74 is a galaxy in Pegasus, pretty much a face on elliptical at 13.1. 75 is another galaxy in Pegasus, pretty face on at 13.3. 76 is a galaxy in Aquarius, magnitude 15.4. 77 is a galaxy in Pegasus, 13.3. 78 is a galaxy in Pisces, 12.7 elliptical, 1 by 1. 79 is a galaxy in Pisces, 12.7. 80 is a galaxy in Pisces, 13.9. 81 is a galaxy in Pisces, 13.9. Nice aspect ratio, though, and it's north of the celestial equator. Let's have a look. Okay, we're having a look at NGC 7781. It's got a confrere there. There's several galaxies in the field. Let's see if we can determine which one it is. Galaxy in Pisces, 13.9, 0.8 by 0.2 arc minutes. Oh, I think we can figure that one out. Spiral, 255 million light years distant, RA 235345, plus 7 degrees, 5137. You know, I'm running a little late on time here because of the comet. 82 is a 12.2 magnitude galaxy in Pisces. 83A is 14.1. 83B, so it's a galaxy group in Pisces, 15. 83C is a galaxy in Pisces, magnitude 16. I think we'll go out on this galaxy group. Let me knock off for here. Okay, I bailed on that 7783 galaxy group. It was indistinguished on the field. And instead, I went right to 7799. Why? Because it was in a good place in the sky and it was very faint. Galaxy in Pegasus, magnitude 16.4, 0.8 by 0.3 arc minutes. It's a class C, which means that magnitude is probably somewhere around 55.7 or 8. 0.8 by 0.3 arc minutes. Spiral with a lowercase c, 221 million light years distant, puts it about 40,000 light years in diameter. We're probably only seeing the very faintest aspects of this galaxy because it's right on the limit for 10-second exposure, if indeed it's around 15.9 magnitude. It's, like I said, 221 million light years distant with a right ascension of 23 hours, 59 minutes, 20 seconds, and a nice sky's middle third, plus 31 degrees, 17 minutes, 7 seconds. And I think we're going to have to go out on this one because we're 28 minutes into this video, and we'll have to do a little research. But I suspect this 16th magnitude galaxy is right about there in the field. Maybe I'll look it up. Maybe you will. Go to Steve Gottlieb's site at adventuresindeepspace.com and determine its relationship to this double star, for instance. With that, I'm going to say Carpe Noctem.